Welcome to a brand new Hardcore Iron Man, not necessarily a video, but a loot video from the 200 mil Slayer grind. I should have probably uploaded this a few weeks ago, but it's fine, no big deal, we'll get around to it. This is going to be showing you guys the loot that I got from 200 mil Slayer, and I'm also going to show at the starting everything that I've killed, which I'm sure most people are probably curious to see. What 200 mil Slayer might look like, especially on an Iron Man, one that doesn't PVM. So I have no boss KCs, so it's mostly just NPCs, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to try and make this quick, but it's probably going to end up being 20 minutes. Who knows, because we're friggin' weird like that. A lot of these tasks I no longer do. A lot of them were probably the first like 3 years of doing Slayer, back when you would do maybe 20k an hour, and there was really not too much like barraging at all going on. 44,000 aberrant specters. I'm gonna actually show the loot that I would have gotten from killing this many. There is like some website that you can type in the number of kills you want and it'll show you the overall loot you would get. I will link that below in case anyone cares. It'll be probably at the bottom of the description if you guys want to like click on it. You can click on any like Slayer NPC, superior version or not, and just spawn like 100,000 of them and see what the loot would be. So if you want to look at that, go for it. That's pretty much what I did to calculate my drops on this video, because I don't actually have all the drops in my bank. I alked a lot of them. Aberrant Spectres is 44,000. Abyssal Demons is 65,000. These days, on an Iron Man, highly recommend extending Abyssal Demons if you have Wrath Runes for the Demonic Offering spells. Very crucial to do that. If not, you're probably missing out on a lot. Basilisk Knights, probably for the face guards. This is, once in a while. Bloodvelds. Don't really want to do these anymore, obviously. Did not die to these ever. I don't think I would do these days, probably, but they do drop a Vile Ash, I think it's called, or something like that. Some kind of ash, and it gives like 70 XP, I believe. So it's not horrible, but probably wouldn't do it these days. Cave Horrors, I used to do these, kill 20,000 of them. I think I have all the Black Mass still in my bank as well. What this list doesn't actually have is the 724 Jads that I've killed. What kind of Jad is that? That's a good looking Jad. Yo, I'm sure most of you are aware by now with all the Twitch clips I put into my videos that I have plenty of decorations up on my walls in my living room, and there's even more behind my PC, trust me. I'm huge on decorations and souvenirs, and I came across some of the world's best souvenirs possible, and no, it's not the random Greek god with a little penis statue. You might even know a little bit about these, or seen them around. One of our very own, Crumb. He has a shop of these dope RuneScape boss designs, and he's decided to sponsor today's video. They are super smooth and heavy, so they don't tip over and fall as easily as I do. These things feel like glass. Crumb even won the 2020 Golden Gnomes Award for the best new artist. Some people have a love or a passion for the game, and some are just absolute losers. So why not get something for your house that you're actually connected with, rather than some weird object on your desk? I mean, look at these. They're painted with a combination of airbrushing and hand brushing, and well polished. Crumb's running a special promotion, giving everyone 20% off this week only, using coupon code ALKAN at the checkout. Get one for yourself or your family. I'd say friends, but I'm aware you play RuneScape, so the options are limited. Click the link below if you would like to get these before Christmas, or before they're all gone, because for once, I'm actually selling something good. Oh shit. They dropped good seeds back in the day. I no longer do them. Cave Kraken, most of this is the boss, I think 6,000. I just did it for fun at the starting of the Iron Man account as like a meme, because it was the only boss I ever killed, on this account at least, back then. So as like a meme, I was just gonna go for like 50,000 kills, but then I realized how boring it actually was. Dark Beast, never actually did them besides the time that I get them assigned where it's like 13 or 14 of them, but I never extended them. But I did them most of the time when I got them. So quick points, I guess, easy task to AFK and do something on like a different account. Drake's 34,000, surprisingly, this is probably the most surprising KC I have for a thing that you wouldn't think anyone would really do. Really good AFK task if you want to AFK, especially with the demonic offering spells. You don't have to leave there so often anymore, because I used to bank the actual bones, so I only kill 20 and had to bank. So now you can kill like at least 80 probably without leaving, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, 34,000. Dust Devils, I stopped doing these probably after about 100 mil XP, but we did kill 92,000, which isn't bad. Would I still do these today? Probably, because you need to get some kind of mage XP. If you do Slayer and Prayer on an Iron Man correctly, you get way more than a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning for every like million Slayer XP, these days you can get like 1.3 mil Prayer XP, which means you will have a little bit of wiggle room for barrage task. So Dust Devils or maybe Smoke Devils might be the ideal ones to probably do. Fossil Wyverns, once again, I extended these actually. They were pretty chill to do, so 31,000, 32,000. I did a lot of like Slayer and Prayer training back in the day before the Ash update, so a lot of my stuff that I did was heavily for Prayer XP. because I thought camping dragons after 200 mil Slayer would just be really boring, so I wanted to do as much prayer as I could while doing Slayer. Gargoyles, don't do them anymore, but I used to for money, so that's kind of cool. Kuros, 14,000, pretty cool. Jellies, not much at all. I mean, you can barrages and catacombs, but I didn't really do Konar much. There's one thing I do regret is doing friggin' no Konar at all, but no big deal. Necreals is the big one. I should have got this at 200,000 just because it looks beautiful. I still will kill them in the future, I think, for some ashes and probably some seeds if I ever run out or something. But yeah, 200,000. I want to say about 150,000 of these were in the Slayer Tower. Skeletal Wyverns is at freaking Jesus, 30,000, bro. Smoke Devils, 57,000, pretty cool. Would have done a lot more than that. I do only have one Visage from Skeletal Wyverns, but that is the amount there. Superior Creatures, 3,200, which is great because that's probably like 15 million Slayer XP. Not 15 million. It's probably like, I don't know, 10 to like 12 million Slayer XP. So almost 99 Slayer just from the Superiors, which is hilarious. A little bit of Worm to the bottom I started doing. These are not really worth doing, but they're not bad to keep your ratio 1-to-1 for Prayer and Slayers. So if you have a Lance, I'd maybe do them, but otherwise I probably wouldn't. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. We did reach 177,000. If you're into like some nerdy-ass XP gaining nerds that are hardcore Iron Man especially, I might be your guy, bro. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, besides all the rune items being out, I did write down what I would have roughly gotten from all the NPCs. I'll probably put it on the screen a little bit later on, but at least the thumbnail. The thumbnail pretty much is the calculations of all like the main rune items, so I'll just put that up here. Probably you guys can look. Those aren't like fake numbers. Those are actual, like I did some calculations. That's what it would have came out to in just rune items, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I alked most of them obviously because, you know, Iron Man. But so what we have in the actual bank right now. So bones that we have left over is 80,000 dragon. I'm sure I've killed well over 100,000. I don't really know, but there's 80,000 left. The Drake bones are all in here, and the Wyvern bones are all in here. So I did keep all those. If I use all my bones in my bank, I think I'll get around 50 million prayer XP, and I'm already 50 mil, so I'll have about 100 million prayer when I'm done. I do have these chewed bones that I'll be probably using later on in the future. I'm not sure when. Probably when I open them up on my Iron Man account, I'll just do it on this account too. And then the actual Slayer like tab, I guess, is pretty much here. There's not that much because all the rune items are gone. All the like GP drops from like Necreals, Gargoyles, those aren't going to really be included, obviously. But pure GP cash, I think it was like around 200 mil pure cash might have been just dropped. I don't really know because I always use a Ring of Wealth when I kill things. So it's hard to actually know. Maybe on the side here I could have some kind of like loot thing, but I would imagine it's not. Yeah, well, here's Necreals, I guess. Though it's never coins for me, is it? Because I always wear a Ring of Wealth, but here's like 30k Necreals if you want like a small like estimate, but I've killed like 5 times this, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest with you, but the seeds I got obviously is a ridiculous amount. We'll probably go over that a little bit later on. But yeah, because I did so many fossil wyverns, I do have 4 shields, technically 5. If we go to our actual shield, which I don't even know where it is these days. There it is. I got that like a very long time ago. Was pretty happy when I got it. If you kill normal wyverns or any wyverns at all, always wear their shield if you have it. There's a range one too, which I believe works the same way from Vorkath, but most people probably don't have that. Kept all my granite molds because I thought it was kind of cool. I did drop all my boots, unfortunately, which I wasn't going to, but I just did too much bank space, bro. Granite legs I kept, I guess. The dragon spears I kept. The black mask, you know, it's all there. These are from Drake's. I don't know if any Iron Man has anywhere near this many, but I guess I do. Cool. Whatever's like left of the rune items, which I out. The crystal keys are pretty cool, actually, because this for collection locking on an Iron Man is very crucial to get that like dragon stone stuff from the crystal elf city place when you use the shards on them. The like the extra like crystal key thing that you add shards to. I'm not really too sure what the fuck the name is. Totems I have 925. I do have 200 KC plus on this account, so about 11 or 1200 maybe of the dark totems. I did a lot of Slayer Tower obviously, so I would have missed out on quite a bit. The dark bows from just the, you know, freaking dark beast tasks I did from, you know, I don't think I ever dropped these, so that's pretty accurate. Left over in sold heads, I would have a lot more technically, but that's what's there. And just like some random bolts and like, I don't know, this is from Kuros probably, most likely maybe from Zulrah as well, not too much there. Abyssal demon heads, I do wish that like the Ash update came out a long time ago. I would have had a lot more of these, I believe. And of course, like the whips I have now is 94. I guess this is like my gear tab for Slayer. Not much gear here, eh? But I think I would have had around 500 whips or so, maybe even more than that, if the Ash update came out like a long time ago. We do have the 5 imbued hearts, obviously, and the 8 gems. I guess 9 gems, because I have one created, obviously, which is maybe the most... Yeah, I don't know. Is that good? I don't really know. I guess way more friggin' gems than imbued hearts, which is not a great thing, but that's a lot of value, I guess. That's pretty cool. I do have the trident with the 10 tentacles on it. I do have 5 more tentacles. Maybe one day we'll go get 5 more, but I doubt it, to make the other trident, because it's kind of irrelevant anyways. I have some leftover brimstone keys that I'll probably use later on. Dark Mystic, I just kept them because my like philosophy for Slayer was like keep all the drops that you can't purchase back. Like you can buy dragon daggers wherever you want, but you can't really buy dragon legs, I guess. So I just kind of like kept the legs, kept the skirts, kept the spears, the chain bodies from KQ most likely. I kept the granite legs, but I did alk some stuff. We have 48 of the swords and 12 of the battle axes. I don't think any of these are on my collection log, which shows you how long ago I actually did them. I think I recently got 1 or 2 when I was finishing Slayer. Yeah. So there's like 46 swords missing. So you can see how long ago I did freaking Slayer at Kuros in this account. It was way before collection log. So yeah, that's pretty much all the account has to show for in terms of the actual log. This wasn't really a thing back then, so... I kind of got yoinked on it, but at least the untradables are here, the freaking Kuros heads and whatnot, but that is about it. So that's pretty much all there is. It's not worth that much. I mean, there's a lot more than 600 mil value, obviously, but it's kind of all in GP and whatnot. So yeah. If we were to actually go over to this website here and just type in the numbers, pretty much this is what you would do. Just type whatever NPC, 44,000, and then you just continue. And it'll show you the overall loot that you would have gotten from that many kills. So GP-wise is very little, obviously. Clue scrolls is kind of cool to look at down there if you ever care about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll just link this below as like I said, but we'll just go through some of these things, I guess. It is in order as well. I think it was about 40,000 no, 65,000 on abbysal demons on this website. So here we go, continue. That's pretty much how many whips I would have had. I think I used 40 while doing Slayer, I'm sure. I actually got no abbysal daggers on this account, which sucks, because that would have been kind of nice to have. Maybe for like Vasa Crystal or some shit, but pretty niche use. A lot of ensouled heads and whatnot. There's really not much. I think when you just do normal Slayer, you don't get much loot. Like, if I was to do like Twitter Mill Slayer on like my Iron Man account, the loot would be much more incredible because it's actually PVM related. But when you do like the efficient-ish Slayer grind, there's not much really to expect. Now, this one is interesting because I killed, what was it, 122,000, I think, of these things? 122, 1, 2, 3. Look how many blood runes the blood velds actually ended up giving me. If you actually look at this closely, 438,000 blood runes I would have gotten from blood velds. That is an insane ass amount, dude. 20 million Slayer XP from them, and obviously the ensouled or the superiors would have spawned even more, but that's crazy to think, like 500,000 blood runes from just killing these. Unfortunately, they don't really drop anything else, so little small rune items, obviously ensouled heads, a lot of clue scrolls, almost 1,000 hard clues. I wonder how many hard clues I would have had done on my account if I was just like a collection log type of shit. We'll go over to the 150, 1, 2, 3,000 neck reels once I get that on here. There is like the other neck reels on here and the current ones that I do have. Continue, 150,000 of these. So obviously this website might be a little bit outdated. Doesn't drop these ashes anymore, but that would have been 30 million prayer XP from neck reels. They're about 200 XP each, like 195 or something. Fuck ton of runes, obviously, 300 and something thousand chaos runes. I did pick up these runes like 99% of the time. Another 100,000 blood runes here. The amount of seeds you get from this is probably the most crucial, obviously, for an Iron Man, but 9,200 Toadflax, which explains my 140,000 Toadflax potions in my bank, because this right here is about 90,000. The other ones are from farming contracts, probably. The Aventos, I've got like 100 and something thousand. No, I got 80,000 of these in my bank, so probably about 4 to 5,000, you know, from here, or 40 to 50,000. Snapdragons, obviously, but yeah, you can tell, I mean, even the cash stack. So 86 mil cash from neck reels. Half the time I wore like a ring of wealth, so I really wouldn't be able to tell you, but not even from, yeah, that's crazy, man. Holy crap. Well, there's your overall loot from that big one, I guess. A few small ones that I would have probably done is, what, the 34,000 Drakes maybe, or something like that. We can maybe, there it is, okay. Drakes, we have 34, 1, 2, 3,000 roughly. Continue that. What are we looking at here? Yeah, it explains the drops I have there pretty much in the bank. Not that much other stuff, but this does drop a lot of these. Yeah, the law runes and the death runes and the nature runes. It's a pretty insane amount. Obviously nowadays with the rune crafting outfit, these really are kind of irrelevant, but for back then that was pretty crazy. Over 1,000 rune full helms I had to pick up and bank. Holy crap, that's insane. Yeah, this is good looking. 275 clue scrolls as usual. Not, didn't really do any of them obviously. That's pretty much the main things that I'd probably spawn on this. I guess the 30,000 wyverns could be on here. Maybe. Does we really care? Sure, we'll do 30,000 wyverns. There should be 3 visages on here, but I only got the one, which sucks. Yeah, here's a skeletal wyvern. This was exactly 30. 1, 2, 3,000. Continue. And that would have been, holy, that's a lot of, that's just not that many battle staffs. Did I type this right? 30,000. I thought I got way more than that. Alright, so 2 visages. I wonder if I click on continue, will it respawn a different amount maybe? 1 visage, that was me right there, bro. Just a 1 visage, bro. What if I click continue again? Can we get 3 visages, bro? Come on, the drop rate should be 3. There it is. So that should have been what I got, but unfortunately just the 1, which I'm happy with because it's trying to make a difference for an Iron Man, obviously. But a lot of prayer potions, obviously. Fuck ton of Renars and Snapdragons, you know how it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the loot. I don't want to go over like everything, obviously, but I would probably not do half these tasks that I have in this list. A lot of my Slayer was pretty much done while AFKing and playing all my other accounts. Every like account you've ever watched me like upload a video on, I was always playing the hardcore in the background. So to put things into perspective, how AFK my Slayer probably was. The seed drops is kind of hard to calculate because so many came from farming contracts, but I will put up a picture of my herb tab for now and my seeds that I have left over in my other tab. This is pretty much from only doing Slayer and from doing farming contracts. So I guess it's kind of accurate because if you do contracts and Slayer together, this is what you'll expect roughly to have after 200 mil. Keep in mind, I am 50 million herblore XP right now, so every potion I've already made has equated to 50 million XP, so everything left that's like raw materials in here is post 50 million. So I do believe I have around 70 million herblore bank, maybe 80 million like XP. So if I use it all, I have around 130, 120 mil or something like that. So yeah, it doesn't really help much. I mean, this is kind of like hard to do because I just don't know how many seeds came from strictly Slayer. Obviously you can plug it into that website there and you can like add up every single one. But there's just so many like little things I don't want to get the exact number, but it's a good amount. I mean, obviously the seeds in my bank there's still a ton left, and the herbs in the bank kind of speak for itself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I knew this would be 20 freaking minutes long, but take care. Don't forget to check out the website. It's a pretty sweet one that Crumb has. I looked at the website, but I might should get one of those things, dude. The Bandos one I think is sold out though, but it looks really good with the colors at least. So thank you for watching. I will see you sometime soon in the next Hardcore Iron Man video. Gonna be a while from now because if you looked at the very start of this video, you'll see the blood rune stack has gone up like crazy. I'm trying to reach the nearest million blood rune stack of my current amount that I have in my bank before I upload another Hardcore Iron Man video. So it's gonna be a little while. It's probably like about 200 hours of rune crafting. I'm trying to get out of this way before I start the next Hardcore Iron Man video. That's only going to be like part of the video, so it'll be a big one. All right, goodbye. Thanks for watching, and like don't forget to like the video and subscribe. If you watch the whole thing, bro, just like the video, bro. It'll help me out and stuff like that. Don't go homeless and stuff.